Go west, young man, go west. That term was coined when America was moving westward and it was encouraging people to move out to the west for prosperity. We're going to use it today to talk about West Summerlin, the farthest west area of Summerlin, and we're going to talk about it right now.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive.
Summerlin was voted 2014 by Money Magazine's best place to live in the United States, and it continues to be the most sought-after area to live in all of Las Vegas. And today we're going to talk about West Summerlin. West Summerlin is the furthest west portion of Summerlin, and there's a lot of new construction happening there. They still have about 5,000 acres they're going to be expanding to. It's about 5 miles out of Red Rock Canyon. And what makes it very special is its access to Red Rock Canyon and all the things that are there in the La Madre Mountains and the Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. We're talking biking, we're talking hiking, of course rock climbing. You know that's my passion. So if you're interested in any of those kinds of outdoor activities, then living on the edge of Red Rock Canyon and West Summerlin might be the place for you. Now stick around because in this video we're going to talk about some of the housing options that are available to you. What you get, what it looks like, and what the prices are currently. And then we're going to talk about some of the athletic and outdoor activities that you can get that you have access to about 5 miles in Red Rock Conservation Area. And then we're going to also talk about downtown Summerlin. We're going to talk about the Aviators AAA baseball team. The City National Arena is where the Golden Knights practice. We're going to talk about downtown Summerlin and its outdoor airy mall and all those things that can be available to you, and you live centrally located in Summerlin. I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour through West Summerlin and give you some houses and some examples of what you can get and what you can get them for, just to give you an idea of what's happening. Since, of course, whenever you're actually looking, we'll have to see what's available at that time and what the market conditions are currently. So this just gives you kind of a rough idea of what you can get, where you can get it, how old it is, what are the taxes, that kind of thing. And I'm just going to run through a couple of the details on each of these houses. So one of the first ones we're coming to is this one in the Paseos, and that is the eastern portion of West Summerlin. So it's a little bit of the first part that was built up at the time. In 2005, this one was built. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's being offered at $595. It's a 2-car garage, 1,882 square feet. Now, there is no SID balance. Remember I talked about in a previous video, Special Improvement District. A lot of the new areas will have this extra fee that you pay biannually, so like twice a year, and you pay off a $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, but you pay it off in smaller bites twice a year. Now, this one doesn't have one. It's been paid off since it was built in 2005, but other ones that we're going to talk about might have one, and I'll mention what they are. Now, the taxes on this one is $2,578 per year, and you can see from the pictures, it's beautifully done. It's got the dark cabinetry, tile flooring, some wood flooring upstairs. You've got some really nice views. Now, this is a 2-story, so it's got that balcony and then the covered patio underneath, which is kind of nice. And this one even has a little bit of grass in your backyard. So if you have a dog, I'm sure your dog would totally appreciate that. Now, the second one we're going to talk about, we're going to just go up in price just incrementally. Now, this one's listed at $680,000. Now, this is in Stonebridge, so it's another section of that West Summerlin area, but this is one of the newer sections where they've been currently building in the last few years. This one was built in 2020, so it's a 1,900 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-bath with a pool. And so it is newer, so it does have a SID balance, $7,000, and its taxes are a little bit higher too at $5,351 a year. But you can see you're getting a 15-year newer home, so you're seeing some of those design features with it's got the longer plank flooring, ceramic tile flooring, and it does have that dark cabinetry with a really cool backsplash. and then it also has that balcony. Now this one overlooks that green space, which is a really cool view, I think, because you have a little space between the houses. You have the walking trails, which is really, West Summerlin is really known for all of its trails that they're developing, which will connect into Red Rock Canyon at some point. As they continue building out, they're finishing that, and it will connect, which is kind of cool. And a lot of these trails that go through go to the schools, so the kids don't have to be, if they want to walk to school, they don't have to walk on the main roads. They can walk on these trails and these paths that go through the community, which I think is a really cool feature. Now the third one we're going to look at today, we're going up a little bit in price, where this one's being offered at $750,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,781 square feet. Now this one's, the taxes are $3,874 a year. Now there's no SID balance, even though it was built in 2019, so they did pay that off, which is kind of a nice bonus for the next buyer that comes along. They don't have to pay that fee. But what makes this home really unique, I think, is the shape of the lot. Now, a lot of times when you back up to a cul-de-sac, you'll have kind of an odd-shaped lot because there's kind of a circular situation going on behind your lot, and the way it's divided, you end up with this pointy end of the back of your yard. And that little pointy end, it counts as your square footage of your lot, but you don't really utilize it that much. So what they did is they put this L-shaped pool in there, and they kind of put it in that back corner, so it really takes advantage of that narrow end of the lot, and I think lots of people should be thinking about doing this kind of thing for those kind of lots, because it really makes it really nice and really utilizes it, I think, to its fullest, and makes it feel really large because the eye is drawn all the way out, and also takes advantage of some beautiful views because you don't have anyone directly behind you. Now the fourth one we're looking at is listed at $850,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It has 2337 square feet, so it's a little bit larger than the last one, but it still has the 2-car garage and pool. And this is more of a standard lot size in here. As you can see, it's a little bit more square. It's not that unusual corner lot situation, so you're getting more of the traditional sight lines. But from that second-story balcony, you can see some gorgeous sunset views could be had from there. With that, it's a little bit higher than all the other properties as it's going up the hill, and that gives you those sweeping La Madre mountain vistas and Red Rock Canyon. Now this one was built in 2019. Its taxes are $5,824 per year. It does still have a SID balance on this one, so that's why it's always important to ask about a SID balance. The last one was at 2019, but it had no SID balance, and this one's a 2019, and it does have a SID balance, $9,254, so that's always an important question to ask. So this one's pretty gorgeous though, and it gives you an idea of what you can get for $850. Now, last but certainly not least, I saved this one because I wanted to share something very unusual with you. This one on Full Lotus. Now, it's in Reverence, which is a very high-end part of West Summerlin. It's being offered at $949,000. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2,565 square feet. Now the taxes on this one are $6,971. The SID balance on there is still $10,512. But what makes this property so unique is the location. And also that backyard. Look at this koi pond. Oh my goodness. And that all that decking to make it feel like you're in a little Japanese pagoda in the middle of nowhere. Talk about living beyond the strip. You won't remember what the strip looks like when you're in your surreal and tranquil backyard with that stone backing from the built up from the other houses above. You have nobody in your backyard, total privacy. And what a really unique place to unwind at the end of the day, that is for sure. And this one can be yours right now for $950,000. So as promised, I was going to tell you how to get into Red Rock Canyon without using the timed reservation system. So the 13-mile scenic loop, as part of the main entrance area, they initiated a year or two ago that you had to have a timed reservation like a lot of the other national parks. So you go online, you make a timed reservation from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3. You get an hour to complete it. You go in, you pay your money, and you show your reservation. So that's how you get into the timed reservation system inside Red Rock Canyon in the 13-mile scenic loop, where there is a lot of the main part of the park is right off of that 13-mile loop. But if you'd like to get into Red Rock National Conservation Area and you don't have a timed reservation, or you do it at the last minute, or you're just like, you didn't make a plan and now you can't get in there when you want to get in there, you can go into Calico Basin. Now, they're talking about putting a gate up there soon as well, so it'll probably be a timed reservation. But for the meantime, this is a great way for you to get in. It's the backside of Red Rock Canyon, and I'll show you a little video here of going in through Calico Basin, and it's beautiful. And what's kind of special about this place is there's actually properties that line up right up to the area. It's a real unique area, and there's only a few houses in there, and some mega mansions and some older places, but just a handful of places, and they hardly ever go up for sale because it's just pretty pristine and pretty spectacular. But you can go in this way. You don't need to have a time reservation, so you can get into the Red Springs parking area, and you can hike, and there's climbing on that backside. Now, if you want to get into the main part of the park, you can go up through the main part there on the Calico Basin side, up and over, and you can actually get into the park that way if you want to do the hike. It's a little strenuous moving upwards, but it is beautiful. And there's lots of hiking trails around there. So if you want to just do a last minute picnic, or you just want to get out of the car a little bit, do a little tiny hike, and you don't want to commit to a whole day, then going in through Calico Basin might be the way for you to go. Now, Summerlin's been around since the 1990s, but as it's been developed over the years, we've got North Summerlin, South Summerlin, and then East and West Summerlin. But right in the center of it is called Central Summerlin. Well, actually, people call it Downtown Summerlin nowadays, because Downtown Summerlin is what is considered the outdoor shopping, dining, and entertainment area. It's 400 acres that have been developed there in the center of Summerlin, and so you have all kinds of movie theaters and restaurants, all open air shopping, that sort of thing. So it's a great place to hang out on a beautiful day. I mean, even in the winter, they have an outdoor skating rink. So it's really the hub for all of Summerlin. And in addition to that, we also have the Las Vegas Aviators and the Las Vegas Ballpark, which is right there. And that gives you that feel of going to a baseball game, almost kind of an old-fashioned feel, because it's a smaller size, because it's a minor league, but it's very accessible. It makes it feel very comfortable. Parking is not really difficult. And then right, of course, next to that is the City National Arena, which is the practice facility for the Golden Knights. So if you wanted to watch a practice game, you can sometimes catch one of those. You know, you have everything accessible right there in Central Summerlin. You don't have to go to the Strip. You don't have to go downtown. None of that kind of thing to get all the things that you want to do. Entertainment, shopping, fun things, outdoor things, and you really get to take advantage of all that Summerlin has to offer. If you're interested in West Summerlin or in Summerlin in general and want to know what the pricing, the market conditions, and that sort of thing, please reach out and get in touch with me, Nikki Duran, the Rock Climbing Realtor. I'm going to help you live beyond the Strip and find out all those cool things to do in Las Vegas outside the Strip.
A new place, a new home for a while. Let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the